In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to download multiple files when working on a Linux system. So we are going to use these links. Now, all these links are available. I have saved them in a single file on one of my GitHub repos. This is a page, and I'll leave the link to this page in the description box. So you may encounter a situation where you have hundreds or thousands of download links, and you are supposed to use those links to get your files or your data. So this can be quite challenging, especially if you're a beginner. So in this tutorial, I'll show you a one-liner command, a single command you can use to get all your files. And therefore, you need to first get the file which has the links. So come to the right side. After visiting this page, come to the right side. You'll get this download button here. And then you can click it to download the file. You can also click on raw. And then you'll be sent to another page, and you can right click any place and then click on save pages. That will also get a file for you. But I will just do a copy and paste. So I'll just copy the links and then send them to the terminal. All right, so let's do that now. I'll move to the terminal. Okay, so on the terminal, open a text file. So I'll say nano like this, nano, and I'll say download underscore links.txt. You can use any text editor. I'm using Nano, but you can use VI or any text editor. So that's it. I'll open it and I'll paste my links there. I'll now exit and save changes. So I have the file there. Okay. Now let's display the contents again. I suppose you have also downloaded the file. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. In this tutorial, we are going to use a Linux utility called Xargs. So find out if you have it available. So type xargs space -- help and execute this command. So this will list or display a text for you. So if you have such a text being displayed, that means that the utility is available. It should be available for you. You can read more about this utility here. There's the link. I think I have it open. Let's just look at it. There's it. So this one of the pages you can use to read about it. I'll leave the link to this page in the description box. So Xargs helps us to build and execute command lines from standard inputs. You can also read this PDF here. It has documentation that can help you to learn how to use it. Okay, so I'll leave the link to this page also in the description box. Now let's get back to our terminal. Right. Let's display the content again. If you have a single download link, then it's just simple. You just copy the link, and then you just use a tool to download. So I prefer to use wget, so I'll type wget and then paste the link there. You can also use curl or any downloader, but this is just a demonstration. So you can do this, and then this will download the file for you. So that's how we do it. But in this case, we have multiple links. You can have hundreds or thousands, and therefore you can't be typing wget for each of the links. You can do that, by the way, but it's going to be cumbersome. You can also decide to write a bash script which has a loop that will take each of these links and then download. That's also possible, but I'll just show you a much simpler command that we are going to use, and that is where the Xargs come in. So let's start. So to download multiple files using the Xargs utility, we first use the cat command again to display the links. But this time, instead of displaying, you add a pipe symbol and we say Xargs, and then we say -i. So -i tells Xargs that we are going to supply it with information from standard inputs. And then we also indicate the command that we are going to use, that is wget. And then we bring a single quote and we specify curly brackets open and then close. We add our quotes again. So there's the command. So let's execute this command. So once we do that, Xargs we'll get all the lines. So these lines are the links, and then these links will be used to get your files. So that's how we do it. So the files have been downloaded. Let's check them out. So let's do an ls, and we are going to find the files there. So these are the files. You can also try with your own links. That's also fine. Okay, so that's how we do it. Now let's take a look at the command again. So with what we did, the download will be done in a serial manner. That means that Xargs will take the links one by one and then download the files. But we can also let Xargs do multiple downloads at once. That means we can let it do a para task. Okay, so that means if, let's say, we have all these links, we can tell Xargs to do 4 downloads at a time or per time. It's also possible to do. So we can modify this command so that downloads are done in a para manner. So that's what we are going to do next. So doing the downloads in para makes it faster. Okay, so obviously if you have a task and then one person does this, and then you let 4 people do the same job or perform the same task, then obviously 4 people working will make it faster. So we are going to do something like that here. So we will modify this command so that Xargs does more downloads at a time. Okay, so to do that, we'll use -p. Let's just clear the screen. Let's do Xargs dash help. So we are going to add this option here, -p. So that's what we are going to use. You can read more about this too online. I've shown you the page, by the way, so just check. Okay, let's display the links again. Perfect. So we can say cat download underscore links.txt. Then we bring our pipe command, and then we say Xargs like this, and we can say -p, and we say 4. So that means we are going to have 4 downloads at the same time. So that's the max, by the way. So 4 at a time, and then we say -i, and then you type wget, and then you bring your quotes, your curly brackets, and then your quotes. And by the way, I forgot to mention that double quotes and curly brackets here will serve as a placeholder for the incoming links. So that's what it does. So now we have 4 downloads at a time. That's what's going to be done. You can increase it also to try and test. So that's up to you, but we are using 4 now. So let's execute the command. Perfect. So now that has been done. It's almost done. Nice. So that's how we do it. So using the -p will let us do the downloads faster, because obviously we now have more than 1 download being done at a time. So that's a way to make your jobs run in para. So you can modify it to suit your needs, but for this tutorial we use it to download files. So let's clear the screen and do an ls. We are going to find our files there. Okay, now with the files here, you'll notice some of them have .1, .2. It's because we had done a first download which we did not remove. So wget, when it's downloading a file and then it sees that the incoming file has the same name as an existing file, then it adds a number to the new file. So that's why I have .1, .2. Okay, so remember this one, we initially downloaded it and then we use Xarg to do it, and then we have also used Xargs again. So we have that appearing like this. Okay, so that's how we do it. So try your hands and then let me get your feedback. So for the data sets, some of them I've already used them in some tutorials for machine learning tasks, and so I'll leave all those links in the description box for you to check. So if you want to learn about machine learning, then you can check all those links to get started on it. So I'll see you in the next session.